Hi, Teacher Isai. So, regarding about your question number one of what societal issue that I would prefer to explain, I prefer to explain about the oligarchs in the Philippines. So, why oligarchy is bad in the Philippines? Oligarchy is bad in any country, not only in the Philippines, because oligarchy replaces morals with money. Money is just the command of other people's labor. So money-minded society will have a lot of productivity without any moral direction. This productivity plus immorality leads democracy wherein people are free to do both good and bad. Time, the people doing bad gets stronger than the ones doing good. And so, a tyrant is needed to restore society, but usually end up destroying it if the tyrant also had no moral direction. So let me give you an example of the oligarchs not only in the Philippines but all over the world. Number one is the oligarchy of Bush led to the democracy of Obama and then the tyranny of Trump. Second is the oligarchy of China's Kuomintang lead to the democracy of the communism which lead to the tyranny of Mao and his cultural revolution. Third, the oligarchy of the Roman Senate led to the democracy of the Marian reforms and the tyranny of Caesar. Fourth, the oligarchy of the Weimar Republic was the lead to the democracy of Hitler and later the tyranny of Nazism. Fifth, the oligarchy of Diosdado Macapagal led to the democracy of Marcos Bagong Lipunan and ended up with the tyranny of the martial law. And last is the oligarchy of Gloria Macapagal Arroyo lead to the democracy of Duterte which can lead to a possible future tyranny if some military person develop ego and immorality as often seen in Thailand. The last two examples I've given is the examples of oligarchs in the Philippines. That was only two examples I've given, but literally there are many oligarchs in the Philippines. But I will discuss it to you later. So let's continue. Oligarchy bordering a dynastic rule in the Philippines. A history and a frame-driven mentality. The Ayala family, the Tan family, the Gokongwei family, the Si family, the Aquino family, the Duterte family, and the Marcos family, the Post, the Estradas, the Binay family, the Gordon family, the Ponce and Reyes family, the Macapagal family, the Villar group, and the list goes on. Those people I mentioned are involved in politics. So, as what I've said, oligarchs in politics are interrelated because they are the one who control government. The people I've mentioned earlier is own the most of modern housing developments and the most huge conglomerates and also most of the government in our country. Corruption and nepotisms abound. Note that they are involved in all parties, so except maybe in communist, I would rather to say. And the 30 clan belongs to them as well. Though as a newcomer, political parties, again, political parties with the exception of the communists, are not based on ideology, unlike in Europe where the politics and the political party are mainly based on political philosophy, but are basically the organizations to ensure the elections of their leader who mostly belongs to one of these families. These families control both business politics in the Philippines. Some are regionally based and others operate already at a national level. Oligarchy is good for the oligarchs, while the feudalism is good for the feudal lords. Who does not want to be a boss? So, everything wants to be the boss, that's why there is oligarchs. A feudal lords control his fiefdom. and the oligarchs control interlocking businesses which can put works in hampered situation or standstill. Oligarchs and feudal lords control lives and livelihoods. And I will not complain against oligarchy if I am one. And I will not complain against feudal system if I am to be the minor born. Let others complain. Let others work for the leveling of the playing field. Do not expect the oligarchs or the feudal lord to work against his interest. In that sense, oligarchies and feudal systems do not benefit the majority of the people, but the majority are used as the milking cows of the system under the oligarch. The feudal barons and the captains of the industry and the government are co-opted by them. So it is how the cookie crumbles in our so-called republic. Our governments from 1898 till now and until tomorrow is under the supervision and control of oligarchs. Forget all these hee-haws and Senate and Congress assembles and digong. So the truth is, our society's setup is more the same as in the past, essentially feudal under the oligarchs. That's why there is oligarchs, because they believe that they are the one who are in paying huge taxes and run the government. They believe that they are the one who make the country rich. The one who are only benefited oligarchy systems are only oligarchs. And you know who are the mostly affected by it? We Filipinos who only belong on the low level of income. And these are my stand about the societal issues in the Philippines.